Hello, everybody. It's Dave Neal, stand-up comic and host of Bachelor Nation News. We have several videos to get into today. Updates from the fallout of Tuesday night's finale episode of Jenn Tran's season on The Bachelorette. We've got... Here's what we're going to share in this video right here. We've got Noah Erb's brother, of course, from this season. Noah Erb happily in a relationship. This guy, not so much. But he takes a victory lap. And then the fans kind of say, hey, now's not the time or place. He said it felt vindicating to, basically to say, hey, I warned you this was a bad guy. Now, my thought on that is, look, broken clocks right twice a day. Everyone on every season complains about the other guy. There's always, well, that guy's so bad, or Thomas is so bad, he's so tall. You always see this. It's almost like The Boy Who Cried Wolf, so that when they actually feel that way, no one really takes it seriously. No one really took it seriously that Devin was in it for the wrong reasons, because everyone's kind of out to get their own thing, right? Well, we're going to play his update. I don't believe he apologizes. And you know what? I am so pro people not apologizing if they're not sorry for something. I really am. You can explain yourself, but you don't have to do well, I'm so sorry for blah, blah. It's like, no, here, this is what I was trying to say. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry, not sorry. So he posted this yesterday. Tried to warn everybody how bad this dude was when all I had to do was shut up and let him do it to himself. Now, and by the way, what's his name again? Aaron Erb. Look, he has every right to tell his side of the story. He'll say, as we look at this, that he doesn't feel like they really shared maybe the evidence behind why he felt the way he did. So when we watch it, you really just see Aaron being a hater. When he left, and I still believe this was producer driven, but when Aaron left the show, he said to Jenn, hey, one of these guys is just not here for the right reason. And Jen's like, come on, you got to tell me. And he's like, I can't tell you. And I think it's kind of like, I respect someone who would say that, but I still feel like that was such a producer line. Of course, he's the brother of a contestant that, has done well on the show. So do I think he's kind of an insider? Yeah, I think multiple things can be true. I think he could have played, with the producers here, to maximize drama by not telling Jenn. I think he could have done all of that, but he could also have really felt those feelings. The book that he tried to give out, apparently isn't even a real book. That wasn't even a real book. So that just goes to show that there really is a lot of liberty when it comes to the storyline. So here's what he posted.
What am I getting so worked up about? I'm sure that by tomorrow, this whole ugly mess will be a funny memory.
Top story tonight.
So then he says, when his true colors finally show and everyone tells you they owe you an apology.
Giant oyster has its feelings hurt.
So there it is. And he posted, I hate to say I told you so, but apology accepted. Jenn, I genuinely feel so sorry things ended this way. There has been a lot of criticism for the lack of men on the season supporting Jenn, which I don't think is very true. I think a lot of people have supported Jenn. I mean, dang, she's, everyone, she, as far as we can see, did nothing wrong. If Devin wants to share receipts, he can. I'm one of those types where I'm like, okay, I'm waiting. He did share some things that she claimed in a fight that she wanted to dump him, whatever. This is where it gets messy because all of that stuff happened off camera, right? So we'd have to see some more information. But with regards to whatever Aaron saw, a lot of that wasn't on air, right? We saw Jonathan or Michael. We saw several different people have issues with Devin. Here is Aaron Erb's update today. Now, I don't think he received much hate for this. There wasn't that much going on. Someone said, that still doesn't negate the fact you all were total tools. Someone said, imagine watching what Jenn just went through on live TV and your first instinct is to come online and gloat. Disgusting. Someone said, are you genuinely sorry for her though? I don't know. I feel like if you watched what she went through and actually felt sorry for her, you wouldn't have made this real. Now, I've got two videos coming out next. I have a Maria video and I have a Jenn Tran video admitting she wanted to watch that play out live for Devin's sake. We're going to get into that afterwards, just so you guys know. I'm not trying to cover this versus that. We've had a wild morning here. at Dave Neal Enterprise. The police body cam footage came out of a woman who called the FBI on me because I reported true factual things that this woman was engaged in a scam, really, because she lied. She photoshopped documents and medical evidence to me to try to get me to share a different story than was what was the reality. That happened with the Clayton Echard case. That's now being made into a documentary. My morning was delayed because we went live to show you guys that footage. If you're not caught up on that story, I understand. But trust me when I say it is the wildest story to ever permeate Bachelor Nation. This is a sad story, and this is the story of the day, but this pales in comparison to how bizarre that other story is. You can go check that video out. It was on my live stream today. So anyway, here's what he has to say.
I just wanted to talk about The Bachelorette really quick for the first and probably the last time ever because it's in the past and doesn't really affect me anymore. However, enough of you commented on my little victory lap reel today saying how insensitive and not the time it was, and I agree with you. I just want to say that was for me. How misunderstood and judged I was pretty much the entire time I was on the show for being involved with drama and nobody really understanding my side of anything because it wasn't shown. It felt vindicating how everything played out.
I'm vindicated. I am selfish. I am wrong. Okay, whatever that song is. Look, yeah, I get it. My thoughts, though, in defense of him posting that victory lap, we don't know what they go through. These are relatively unknown people, not in the public eye, and then all of a sudden they have strangers online making threads about them, discussing their outfits. Are they wearing socks? Are they not? All these things, right? So I don't blame somebody for wanting to take a victory lap. Like I said, I'm on this judgment kick or lack thereof. I'm not judging him for how he reacts to a situation I've never been in.
Something I'll never do is kick someone when they're down or drag them through the mud, even if it makes me look better. So that wasn't my intention, nor will I do that. In keeping the main thing, I just wanted to address you, Jen, and tell you how sincerely sorry I am that you went through that, and that's how the season ended. Watching you on stage, essentially all alone up there, let's be real, having to reprocess and relive those emotions again. I know how strong of a person you are, but how difficult that must have been in the moment, and you handled yourself amazingly, so I just want to commend you for that and genuinely say I'm rooting for you like I know you're rooting for all of us. This is just a little speed bump in your journey, and down the road you're going to find everything you're looking for. So can't wait to watch you on Dancing with the Stars. Lover Boy out.
All right, there it is. Lover Boy out. I'm being told Sam also released a video. We'll get to that next. We got a lot of content to get through here. This is how it works. We have Daisy. Okay, so first of all, here is John, one of the finalists, saying that Marcus was one of the greatest men he's ever had the pleasure of meeting. This is how it works the week of the finale. There's so much content to make because there's so many people finally getting to talk. He said, "You've become one of my best friends and I've gotten to know you better than many could ever imagine. The words that people have passed around with no validity, just hearsay, has beaten me up to no end. You're an incredible man, and I hope everyone who has ever doubted that gets a chance to know the real you like I have. I love you, dude. Keep striving for greatness. We're proud of you." And he said, "Love you, brother." Now, there's a lot that could be said about the issues around Marcus. I don't have all the facts, which is why I haven't reported on them. They get to know a side of people that the internet might not. You know what I mean? Some more comments. This is from somebody that claims to have known Devin in college. As someone who has known him, I called this when I heard he got casted, which I believe the past for cast is cast, not casted. And they said, since college, he's been a loud, unserious guy. Loves any attention, especially from women. Smooth talker, but will lead a girl on and drop her. He's the opposite of commitment, so this is no surprise. Again, no receipts behind that, but that's what someone had to say. Here's interesting, T. And again, these are all stories that on a slow news day, we could make a whole video about. But Marcus was hoping for a different leading lady than Jenn Tran, a source tells Life in Style. He thought Maria would win the show and was hoping that Daisy would be the next Bachelorette. He liked both of them, but he seems to be most interested in blondes. That's really interesting. Look, you can't blame Marcus or any of the guys for for wanting it to be one lady versus the other before the season starts. Once the season starts, it's like either you like Jenn or you don't. I wonder though, could you say, well, Jenn just wasn't Marcus's type? I don't think that was Marcus's issue. I think Marcus's issue was not being able to get as serious as the show needed him to be in the time frame that it was. I still say he, like so many others, can benefit from therapy. Why not? And here, speaking of blondes, here's what Daisy had to say. Absolutely shaken by the finale last night, but so proud of you, Jenn, and the way you have handled yourself. Now let's watch you dance. Yes, we are so excited to watch Jenn dance. In my next video, we're going to discuss several things. We're going to discuss Maria, and we're also going to discuss, has The Bachelorette gone too far by making Jenn live through the proposal? Then we're actually going to get to this video where Jenn admits that she wanted Devin to watch the proposal. Is she being honest, or is she trying to speak on behalf of the show? Like, was there a scenario where the show said, we're going to get you on Dancing with the Stars, but if anyone asks, you gave your approval on this? And maybe she did. I honestly don't know. Again, those stories and more are coming out next. If you want the behind the scenes tea, if you want to join us on the Patreon, we are live right now. Patreon.com/Dave Neal. Every morning we go live for a couple hours. You get to watch me make content in the moment, chat with everybody. It's a ton of fun. If you're trying to kill time and be part of our private community, they are the nicest people on the internet because they pay $5 a month. And let me tell you something. Here's what I've learned. When people pay $5 a month, they're not as rude as free people. You cheapskates. Just kidding. But there it is if you want it. And if you don't, by all means, just join the podcast. This is free. You can scan it right there. We had one of our biggest days ever yesterday. We're going to ride that wave today, and we're going to have more of your content, all the stories we didn't get to over there. I mean, look, just to say there are so many stories going on. We literally are discussing Anna Delvey. Remember her, the con artist who fraudulently created a new life? Well, she's going to be on the Dancing with the Stars. And we have the clip on this morning's episode where she talks about the ankle bracelet she had to wear. So if you want some parasocial, pop culture, entertainment news with a smidge, a morsel of politics, I've got that all on your twice daily Rush Hour podcast. We'll be back with more content right after this.